of our world. It's sorely lacking intentional, conscious leaders who want to make a positive and meaningful difference in the world. Yeah, there are some who are that, who are intentional and conscious and want to make a difference. But there aren't enough of them. And that's where you come in. It's time for you to recognize your inherent ability to lead. Yes, your inherent ability to lead. It's time for you to step up and become a leader. But you may be thinking, I'm not a leader, right? I'm not a leader. No way, no how. Or you might be thinking, I'm not the type of leader who can make an impact in the world. But have you considered that you might be the perfect leader to make a difference in your unique way? You are. So let's take a little closer look at the definition of the word leader, because the most common definitions are things like something that leads, like leads the way, something that ranks first, someone who leads or guides or directs a group, a guiding or directing head, a person who rules, guides, inspires others, one whom others follow. The definition of leadership is more often than not the office or position of a leader or the actions related to leading or being a leader. Now, it's really possible that your definition of leader causes you to negate your own ability to lead. The word might bring to mind any variety of images that just don't describe you in the least, and so no wonder you don't think you're a leader. So typically, we think of political leaders, or a person leading a cause or a movement, or an explorer going where no man has ever gone before, or an inventor making it possible for people to do something that's new or different, or even the CEO who leads a company above and beyond the competition, or a manager or a boss. And maybe that isn't you. I get that. But there are other types of leaders, like school principals and classroom moms and or parents, I guess they'll call them classroom parent, Boy and Girl Scout leaders, patient advocates, therapists, coaches, authors, inspirational and motivational speakers, pastors, lay leaders in churches, right? So you can probably think of other examples too, and these could include a friend who's always seeming to lead your group of friends in activities, or it's a neighbor who's always rallying the other neighbors together to improve the neighborhood. These are all leaders. Now, I personally feel like there's way more to being a leader, and so I went looking for definitions that were broader or more expansive definitions of leadership. And I wanted to share two of them with you. So I'm going to have to probably read these from my computer. But the first article comes from a website called mindtools.com. And this is what it says there. And the link to this is in the related blog post to this video. It says, leaders help themselves and others do the right things. They set direction, build an inspiring vision, and create something new. Leadership is about mapping out where you need to go to win as a team or an organization. And it's dynamic, exciting, and inspiring. I agree with that. I also really liked an article written by Jacob Morgan on chieflearningofficer.com. And he says, in my mind, a leader is someone who does more than just lead people. They have to be driven by the right motivation and make a positive impact on the people around them. A leader is someone who can see how things can be improved and who rallies people to move towards that better vision. To me, these are the really true definitions of leadership. Those who inspire, motivate, contribute, serve, have a vision, rally people together to make that vision of something better an actual reality. So what type of a leader do you aspire to be? I know I aspire to be that type of leader that I just described. But why on earth would you want to be a leader? If you don't feel like you are a leader already, or you're leading in a small way and that's all you want to do, why why would you want to do more? And in particular, if don't feel you're a leader, why would you want to become a leader? Well, as I said, the world needs leaders. But you don't have to take on the entire world to fulfill your ability to lead. There are many ways, large and small, to lead. And I've already mentioned quite a few. But if you're still wondering why, the reason why you should take on a leadership role, I can think of at least 4 good reasons. The first is that your family and friends need you to lead. You may not have aspirations to lead a cause or a movement that makes the world a better place, and that's okay. Not everyone is cut out for that kind of role, but I bet you care about your friends and family and want to see them thrive. So lead them. They need a strong leader too. And when you lead them, you actually do make the world a better place. Now, especially over the last 2 years, people have struggled to remain positive, feel connected, have a sense of personal power, find hope, and continue to thrive. And I bet your friends and family are no exception. They're not exempt from these types of challenges. And that's why they need you to lead them. So be a force for good in their lives. The second reason is that your clients, your audience, and your followers need you to lead. So this is assuming that maybe you're a coach, you're an author, a healer, a blogger, an expert, authority, influencer of any type. In that case, it's your obligation to lead your audience. You created an audience that knows, likes, and trusts you, and now it's your obligation to lead them toward a solution, an answer, or a better future. Your clients, your customers, your readers, your audience, they all see you as a leader already. So provide them with new insights, strategies, ideas, data that guides them in a supportive manner and in a positive direction. These people already follow you, which makes you a leader. But they do it because they believe in and trust you, and they see you as an expert or an authority, as an influencer. They look up to you. So be the role model they need. Be the leader that they seek. Number 3 is that you're already a leader, even if you don't know it. So wrap your head around that one. You are already a leader. We all have inherent leadership qualities. Sometimes, though, we don't realize this because we've stuffed them so far down inside that we don't recognize ourselves as leaders. Other people may recognize us as leaders, but we don't. So if you don't see yourself as a leader, no one, some people are looking at you as a leader, but if you want to step into leadership, you have to see yourself as a leader or no one else will. So take on that identity, be a leader. And look at all the areas in your life where you've already chosen to lead unconsciously or inadvertently. Maybe it's at your church where you're on a committee, or possibly it's in your home where you're a strong role model and teacher for your children. Perhaps you lead your clients or your coworkers. We all lead someone. Someone follows us, looks up to us. Acknowledge that and amplify that ability. And number 4 is that the world, as I said, needs more leaders. You probably already realized that we need really strong leaders right now. But have you considered that you might be one of those leaders? We can all lead, every single one of us, even if it's simply by allowing our light to shine a bit. Let it shine brighter and you begin to lead. When a situation becomes dire, lighten up the situation with positivity and hope, or even laughter. That's leadership too. You have many opportunities to put your leadership talents to use and make the world a better place. You can lead your church group, your local homeless shelter, the volunteers who play with the dogs at the animal shelter near your home. You can create and lead a group that fosters equal right, or that encourages equal rights in your children's school, or you can write a book that starts a movement or supports a cause, or even start a podcast or a social media account, a blog. Think about the things that matter to you. How can you step up and lead in those areas? You can start or even remain small, but stay open in terms of how you lead, but stay open to the possibility that your grassroots efforts could go viral. And how cool would that be? Because then you have a global impact. So without getting political, I want to say that during the pandemic, I've taken a strong all-for-one and one for all stance. I see myself as part of my local as well as my global community. And I believe we all have to do our part, however large or small, to help each other. So to me, leadership is also an all for one for all endeavor. I lead because it's the right thing to do. It's part of my value system. How many times have you been in a situation where if it hadn't been that somebody had decided to lead, things would have gone awry? For instance, think of a scene of an accident where one person guides all the bystanders to take specific accidents and specific actions. And because that individual stepped up, the injured person lived. I live in Placitas, New Mexico now. Occasionally, a wild Mustang gets injured or hit by a car. It's one or two brave community members who show up to aid the injured animal. The same people are vocal about the animal's rights and the approach to how to live in community with them. And they're the ones who rallied to save the horses and created sanctuaries for them when they were threatened by people who didn't want them here. These are leaders. I work with a lot of writers who have a cause or a movement to start, and it might be to help the parents of autistic children, or to improve the educational system here in the US, or to help people get over heartbreak. These authors are leaders too. And they advance their cause or movement with their written words, as well as with, more than likely, their presence on social media or on stages. And as a result, their message has a worldwide impact. In each of these examples that I've given you, people are doing their part. They are stepping into leadership and becoming leaders. And now it's your turn. It's my turn too. But if you haven't been stepping up, or you know you could step up into a leadership role in a larger way, now is the time. So tell me in a comment down below, what are you going to lead? How will you lead? What is your cause? Who are the people that you want to have follow you? Who do you want to be part of your movement? And how are you going to lead that movement? Leave me a comment down below. I would love to know. I'm Nina Amir. I'm the Inspiration to Creation Coach. I am a transformational catalyst, and I use certified high performance coaching and my own brand of spiritual coaching called Inspired Results Coaching to help people get from where they are to where they want to go without getting in their own way. I help them get unstuck, and I help them combine their passion and their purpose so they get inspired and take inspired action and get inspired results. If these are things that are of interest to you, if you feel like you're stuck, if you know you could be more than you are, you could do more than you are doing, if you know there's more to life and that you could be thriving at a higher level, reach out to me. Go to my website at ninaamir.com and reach out to me, or click on the link above and check out the Inspired Creator Community. That's where I offer both certified high performance coaching and inspired results coaching and training, so you get personal and spiritual growth. We are spiritual beings having a human experience. We cannot just work on personal growth, we have to work on spiritual growth too. That's how we achieve our potential. So again, if that's of interest to you and you would like support in that area, please click on the link above, check out the Inspired Creator Community. And until I talk to you next time, go out there and achieve more inspired results.